and gentlemen. Welcome to CappingTV's ozfortress Season 23 premiere coverage with Week 3 with Jasmine Tea and roleplayers. I'm replacing Snazzy tonight, but unfortunately, roleplayers have actually forfeited this game. But we will be taking a short break to try and work out what game we'll be casting next.
Keep watching CappingTV.
Yeah.
So, Snazzy, how's the day been?
Not too bad. Like, went to the beach today, and then basically went and did a bit of shopping, and now I've just been hanging out with the missus at home. What about yourself?
I wish the weather in Sydney would be the same to be going to the beach. Unfortunately, it's raining cats and dogs where I live, so I'm stuck inside doing the usual uni work, you know, enjoying my time as a student.
Sounds pretty fun, man.
Yeah, it's a good experience.
Yeah.
Sorry?
What are you studying?
You know, just doing the usual commerce, trying to get into the big world, earn some dosh to pay for my spendings and whatnot.
That sounds pretty cool.
Any ambitions for you, Sassy?
Any ambitions? Well, basically, long term, I want to do something to do with space. My cat is meowing right now, so I'm gonna go get rid of him right now.
Sure, get rid of him. Just put him away. Don't kill it or anything. Well, if you're joining us, we have unfortunately had to declare that role players 3 have had to forfeit their games against Jasmine Tea. However, we are still currently looking for a match to be casted, so sit back and we'll be casting any moment now. We're just in the process of confirming a game, I guess, if you will.
I'm keen.
Yeah, it should be good. We're going to take a quick break now. Just if you're still watching CappingTV, we'll talk to you guys in a tick. Thanks for staying with us.
And see you soon. What's up, gamers? Welcome to ozfortress Season 23 Open. This is week 3 with Chicken versus the Big Monstrosity. Really keen for tonight, and I am replacing Snazzy today. And we're going to be straight into the action, and I'm joined by Rocky Road.
Hello. How are we today? It's good that we finally got a game to cast. It's a shame that the Prem game got forfeited, but hey ho, we're still here.
Excuse me, we're not going. I thought it already started, and I didn't realize it didn't. Yeah, do we have a...
We don't have an STV.
Yeah, we're waiting on an STV. I'm going into this server now. Johnny is capping the point at the moment. And red team almost wiped there as well, but it looks like blue are gonna try a forward hold here. We do see Johnny on a 10 kill streak as well.
The blue seems to have a full Uber out here, and they seem to be having a good forward hold on grass side. However, the red has come from Cliff.
And Maz actually gets the kill onto the medic of the red team as well. That's going to further their advantage here. Now, we do see a bomb come into the connector here. We do also see a pyro as well, but, you know, the trades are really going in favor of blue anyway. And they're only able to pick up a Eternal, and that's it really. And Maz actually getting a nice shot onto Pinkster as well.
Blue still holding the full Uber out here, going into their spawn through cliffside, trapping it up. Looks like a solid round for the Big Monstrosity.
Definitely, I definitely see the Big Monstrosity as a favorite here.
Hub still rushing past house into point, having a fight with Eternal, and he's out DM'd. Eternal saving the point for the blue team.
This fight is still up in the air, but it looks like blue should be able to win. The soldier's really weak.
He's capping it. Oh. Is Peng and Joel gonna work together on cap? No, Peng's down, Joel's still on concrete, running to grass. Dead.
Well, that's a pretty easy run, and they have taken product here, I believe.
Jeez, what a sham, it's 3 love.
3 love. But no, that honestly, like, I reckon they're a pretty dominant team here as well.
Blue is a good team.
You know, yeah. Like,
they have been strong since the start of the season, so...
Yeah. But like, definitely what I expected out of Big Monstrosity, you know?
Yeah, let's see how it goes with Sunshine. Sunshine being a bit more open map, maybe Chicken can have a bit more opportunities to shine and probably get some rounds of the Big Monstrosity. Yeah. We'll have to see through the stats how, if the DM and everything is pretty even.
And we just hopped in the middle of it, and it turned into shambles. But let's get this back on the road. Let's make it not as rocky.
Haha, nice one there. But if you're still joining us, the Prem match against Jasmine Tea and the roleplayers was forfeited, so we have jumped into open casting the game between the Big Monstrosity and Chicken. We just joined in on product, however, it just went into 3-0. However, we should be able to get a full match on this map of Sunshine.
Yeah, I'm really keen for it, you know. Obviously, Sunshine, you know, definitely a different map.
It's a challenging one for sure.
Yeah. Like, I feel like on product, Johnny and Maz, you know, that combination really, like, most open teams won't really be able to deal with it, and you definitely saw that there.
Yeah, it's a product is pretty much a scout and DM based map. It's if you have good DM, if you have good control, it's pretty much guaranteed win. Looks like they've started joining this server now, and we should be on our way in a moment.
I'm keen for this. So obviously, going through the rosters, we do have Laz on scout, Putin on roamer, Core on medic, Johnny on demo man. Then I'm trying to think who were the other players. Eternal is on Pocket. And then I can't remember who the other scout is. Oh, it's Maz. And then on the red team we do have Huffy.
Huffy, then we have Liz, aka Fag Binning Boys, then the one and only Pengster, then Line. I think they're missing Max today. Is he playing? I don't know.
I've got no idea. I don't see him on.
Yeah, he wasn't playing last match, so we should see who's the medic.
But I'm definitely keen for this map. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how Pengster will do. You know, he's definitely a good demo man. Maybe not the most DM heavy one, but I believe on a map like Sunshine, he'll be able to use his brains to be able to like match the likes of Johnny.
Nah, man, I think Pengster's a solid demo.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from him, but I feel like on a map like Product, you know, Johnny relies more on his DM rather than his brain.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But I guess that's a general theme with all open teams. Not throwing shade at anyone. It's pretty much just DM based, really.
For sure, but it's gonna be. I haven't really seen Huffy on Scout. You know, I'm used to seeing him on the demo man.
Oh, it is Max. Max is actually. He has changed his name. My bad. Max is playing medic.
There we are. We apologize for getting these rosters wrong. You know, this is the last second thing as well. I do apologize. My girlfriend came into my room.
Alright. Hopefully they should get started. Core is on a Kritzkrieg, so maybe we should see something exciting. Whereas Max is still on the Medigun. So let's see if Cork still is on his Kritzkrieg and catches Chicken off guard.
Before we go into this, what are your predictions here, Rocky?
Unfortunately, I do think Chicken is going to go home with a double map loss. I just don't know how much. But I think it doesn't look too good for Chicken tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah.
However, I'd love to see it. Maybe Chicken take this map home. What about yours? What do you think?
Well, definitely, you know, I do agree with you in that Big Monstrosity are the favourites here. I reckon they're really high favourites, but, you know, I feel like Chicken, you know, they do have the firepower, they do have the teamwork, they've got the capability of being able to take a few rounds off of Big Monstrosity. Are they able to win the map? I really don't think so. I think if they're gonna want to win this, they're gonna have to really drag this map out, and it's gonna be a low-scoring game. But actually, oh, wait, no, I thought it was about to start, but it was someone going AFK. But I reckon it's gonna be probably a 7-1, no, 7-2, 6-1, something like that for Big Monstrosity. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 5-0 here.
But you know what? A thing which is going for them is that they still kept the team since last season, which is something rare you see these days. Every team is disbanding after every season. It's a pity. I wish more teams stayed together.
Yeah, for sure. One interesting thing with Big Monstrosity as well is that we do have Maz and Laz, which, if people aren't familiar with the scene there, very old Highlander players. They, back in the day, played for a team called Velocity Destruction, which was the team that dominated Season 14 of the UGC Highlander Steel Division. And then eventually turned into Bonus Ducks, and they've had a few other variations throughout the years, but Maz definitely known for his big sniping plays, which is what we did get to see a little bit of on Product. But it's definitely interesting to see some players coming back into the game.
That's true. And talking about past players, I have actually played with Pudon and Pengster before. Pudon being my Hentai Haven Hunters scout, which we won open with last season. Good times. And then we also played with Peng. I also played with Peng back in Alcoholics. It was a fantastic time.
For sure, like, same goes there. Like, at one point or another, I've been playing with a lot of these players. There's a few exceptions, but if I haven't played with them, I've played against them like many different times. So, like, I feel like I definitely know these teams a lot. The only thing is, I've known them at different times. So I don't know what state they are necessarily in at this point. But no, it's definitely going to be interesting, and obviously Stitch as well, you know. Obviously, back in the day being Tiana and Johnny as well.
That's true. Wow.
But definitely, actually, if we look at this, especially on the blue team, I think if you go back in time, we do notice this is, well, it used to be a Highlander team pretty much. Obviously not all together, but it looks like both teams are readying up now and
Yeah, let's see.
keen for this. So I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna watch Johnny to this first middle here. You know, he gets the ramp slide. You know, pretty basic stuff here, and he can't quite get that ramp slide there, but he looks like he's here earlier than the enemy demo man, just trading out stickies across the point, and nothing too exciting happening yet. It looks like the red soldier's trying to get that aggression onto the house there, but you know, this is all up in the air. Eternal does get a kill onto the soldier, and so far it looks like Blue are getting the trades in their favor, and it looks like a pretty convincing mid-win from them.
Chicken is 4 players down, and keep in mind that the big monstrosity is still using crits, so I don't think Chicken has realized it yet. Who knows? If they're already pushed into second, it's looking like a last hold.
They're definitely,
Peng's using his signature traps. Soldiers, Eternal has made a sack, and Max has used it, and crits has been popped and gets Joel. Is a counter Uber going to be made? Oh, Line is also down.
They're so close to getting this Uber, but the picks have actually gone in red anyway, but they have used it. Johnny is the only one getting out here. They've just got respawners as well, but it should be a pretty easy push onto this second point, and definitely interesting stuff there. Like, the only saving grace from that mid was that the red team, they did survive with their medic, but
yeah, and he did hold the Uber, that's it.
Definitely some cool stuff there. But
so now it's Ubers are even. I think Big Monstrosity is still using crits.
No, Blue are back on the Uber charge as well, so we've got even Ubers here, and we might see a bit of a stalemate unless one of these teams decide to push dry here, but definitely a dominant start from Blue.
Doesn't look like a dry push. Huff's already started a build, so it looks like they're gonna push in with Uber.
Do get a pick through Valley though from Big Monstrosity, and
the roamer is down.
Red are building pretty fast here as well, but it's going to be interesting if we see a counter sack come out of Blue, but it doesn't really look like that. Maybe we'll see Joel come on an off class as well, maybe, but I guess we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, so they haven't actually made a play when they were player down. Both teams have Uber now. Putin's
going into the bomb on the medic. He gets a rocket onto him. Can't quite finish off the air shot there. We see the second bomb coming in from the Blue soldier as well, and the Ubers are popped off here. Blue do have quite a significant advantage here. Theirs is going to last a lot longer, and the picks are going in their favor already. Their scouts are really doing the work here. 3 kills coming out between the two of them, and it looks like Blue should actually be able to push up into last here, maybe.
That's it.
They're going straight in. Actually, Eternal getting a pick onto Lion as well.
However, second has not been capped though. Somebody has stopped it. Joel actually stopped it. He gets the medic as well, so it's a good save. Laz and Pudon coming back on the point, cleaning up Joel. Will it be capped? I think. Oh, Joel's still surviving. He's right at through Valley at mid now.
Big plays from him, really buying his team time to actually respawn there. Definitely a heads up play from him, and nothing else really happening here.
Holy shit, just signifies how important Joel's play was right then.
Definitely.
Now it looks like Max has a 50% Uber ad, so does he know that? We don't know, because they could actually make a good play and actually retain second here.
Well, they definitely know that they definitely know that they have an Uber advantage. They'd assume it's pretty significant. I'd be surprised if they don't work off this. But you know, maybe they might be trying to drag this game out. They might be a bit too scared to push off and make a mistake. So
that's true, because they do have a Pyro, which is an off class, and he's still holding, and they are not moving. They're not moving. So I think, does he know?
Now, one thing to note here: Maz has gone in and he's died. Yeah, I reckon he will be coming up on that sniper class, and he's gonna be able to. It's gonna be interesting to see if he can find that pick on that medic.
Looks like Chicken have given up their Uber advantage.
Maz is up on sniper.
Yeah, Bazzy, as is expected, Maz is up on sniper. That's it. Where is he gonna pick from? Who knows? Let's see where he's coming from. He's in the valley right now.
They're taking lobby now, so might be able to get a angle in lobby here. That's what they're trying to do right now. The
Maz is
shields
looking
are
through
on
lobby.
him as well. But they're taking a lot of damage trying to take this room to create that space for Maslow. But he's peeking in through lower lobby here. He's charging up his shot. Let's see if he can find anything out of this. The soldier does come and find him. He gets taken down to about 50 health, but nothing's really going to happen there.
They're getting good spam on the right side of lobby. It's pretty good. Stitch is still going in, just trying to spam it. Maz is down to 50. Still trying to get an angle. It's a dangerous
Surprised they're not tanking him here to at least get him back up.
I think, does Red know that there's a like a sniper? Probably
yeah,
they do.
They do. They've definitely seen him. But yeah, Uber v Uber stalemate here, and no counter sniper coming out from Red. So definitely knowing that Maz will definitely counter sack them. But Huff does actually get Maz there, and maybe this might promote a push from the red team, or at least a counter sack here. They're all grouped up in the lobby. This should be an easy force for the red team, but I don't think they're actually going to get this. And
nice. They Blue have actually used the monstrosity, have used Uber. Chicken has responded with another Uber, flashing the Pyro and the Demo Man. Looks like there's pockets down. One player down, they're still going to hold it.
Definitely some... An air reflect lots of damage underneath. Joel there though.
Yeah, I think solid damage there, but they're getting a reflect kill on Eternal.
Yeah, they're definitely... Gal getting aggressive, Huff does get taken down, and you know this is going to turn back into a bit of a stalemate unless Putin goes in for a play here. He's a bit aggressive here, but doesn't have any kills with him. Obviously he is the roamer.
There's a 7-second respawn timer on Huff. Maybe they could, and Peng's down a demo. A key player is down, so it's an easy push now.
Definitely should see them coming in now, or at least attempting to, but the Pyro of Joel is actually creating a lot of time for his team to actually respawn. He is taken down pretty low, but they can't get the frag. The bomb does come in for the soldier onto the point, and both Ubers are going to be in play any second, unless Core can't get his. He's down to 50 health, but he does get his Uber as well, and it looks like Blue are actually going to be opting to back off a bit here. Actually, no, they're straight in. They're straight in. Demo and Scout going onto the right side. Both Ubers are popped off here, but Red are going to have a way better Uber here. The demo of Pengs does create some time, but the frags are going in favour of the Blue team. Sticky's on the point, the time's on the point. This should be an easy round for Blue.
Wow, nice. Well played. It was a good hold by Chicken. No doubt about that.
Alright, well, I'll take us away to this next mid again. I'm going to be watching Johnny on this rollout. Hits the ramp slide there nicely, and pretty basic, you know. Should be able to hit this as well. Beautiful there. Definitely faster than the enemy demo man. Gets a sticky off as well. Tankster's down to 26 health as well.
So is Stitch. Both the demo man are really slow, trying to get arrows at choke. Medic has moved out. They're playing right side, and Red looks like to be playing the left side.
Even trades are going here. Everything's up in the air, but now Blue are getting definitely the trades in their favor. They just had too much damage, and they're just cleaning up on them.
That's it.
But yeah, just beautiful mid there, you know.
It's gonna be another last hold.
Yeah,
By the looks of it,
will
Peng's
be
looking
even here though.
Peng's planting his signature traps, shadow traps, has killed many people with that one. It's classic. Let's see what Blue does this time. Any difference in the game plan of getting last, because last time it was not efficient.
Well, I feel like at this point, you know, they don't necessarily need to push here, you know, it's Red's push here. Like,
exactly.
I mean, I feel like they are confident, so they're gonna want to crush them, so... But we do see a sniper coming out of Red. Huff is on sniper.
However, everyone has switched to the other side, so unless the medic is on the other side, well undercover. Good spam on Stitch to bring him down, but he's right on the pack. Definitely another stalemate here. Laz has gone in for a sack, I think. He's trying to get good damage on. He's dead. Get some time on point, I guess.
We have an even trade here. Scout for Soldier. That actually might favour Red, but I don't know if they're actually going to take anything out of it, you know, as it is even Ubers. But Blue are just happy to sit here and run down the clock.
That's it. But there is a spy player now, so there's a sniper.
let's
There's
get
no
on the
sniper
last.
anymore. There's a spy.
Let's get on the las cam here. I'm ready to see him make a huge play. He's disguised as an enemy scout here, and he's going in, bumps into the medic, so he's found out that he's taken down, and a bit unfortunate for that, but will he come up spy again? That's the question. Stitch does get the soldier as well. Huffy taken down low. The medic's down to 9 HP. Will they be able to follow up on this? They do use the Uber here, and you know, they do kite it quite well there, but Red are going to have a way better Uber here, and Maz
gonna come in
sort of
post-Uber.
make up for this. He is taking the un-Ubered players down, but you know, I feel like it's just going to turn into another Uber v Uber stalemate here.
But Chicken are down.
They are on the medic.
The
Maz
medic
gets
is not
the
up.
medic
Medic
as
is
well.
dead.
He's actually going ham here, you know, doing a lot of damage for his team, but that's what he's
Both
going to
meds are
find.
down. There's an exchange with Joel and Laz.
Yeah, no,
Was that?
like,
Yeah, no. There was not an exchange. Joel actually gets a pick from with Laz.
yeah. Red should be able to push off this. You know, they've got a free
Exactly.
player advantage. They are spawns though, but you know, they might not feel comfortable pushing off this because, you know, Blue have been pretty dominant so far. They don't want to make a mistake this early because they know it's going to be a bit of a hard game.
Liz is going to scout for seconds, checking what's under. She's getting spammed out by a scout and a soldier. But Max is
Now,
healing.
Pengster is saying that he wants to play MVM instead, so
That's actually great. I have 45 tickets. Let's use them.
but yeah, so far it looks like they're just waiting for these Ubers. They're waiting for a pick both teams. That's what they're doing. You know, Blue
No
is running
buses
down the
yet.
clock. Yeah, Blue's just running down the clock. Oh, wait, the medic pick does come out from Joel there. Great bomb there, and this should prompt the push from the red team for sure here, as they're gonna have almost full Uber advantage once they get it. And you know, the bomb
Eternal
does
does
come in from
come in.
Eternal, but he can't quite find anything for that trade, and this should definitely be a red push
Is
here.
anyone going to hold last? Wait for the last push. Laz is coming with the scout play on point. Laz.
Anyway, so there is a last hold there done there. Laz did go in for the back cap, but you know, nothing else really happening here. But Red should be able to push out, but you know, Johnny is locking down this choke point, just making it impossible for Red to take any ground. But it looks like we're going to find ourselves in another stalemate. You know, both teams looking for that pick to have that clear advantage to be able to push. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, so Uber v Uber, that will come unless one of the teams can get
There
a
is a
pick
spy
here.
player.
One thing to notice here is that Blue are on the Crits Cree as well. So
Pengster did get just 2 nice frags then, but there was a spy play as well.
So get ready for this Crits Creek. Will they be using it straight away? Do they realize they've got a slide ad? No, they're not going to take this. They're probably going to try get the force onto the red medic to be able to have that, you know, full Crits Creek advantage, but I don't see anything coming in. Obviously, they're just happy to hold on to this, you know, run down that clock, and you know, obviously, the more they run down the clock, the more Red have trouble with getting those rounds to be able to win this. But let's see if they go in yet. Are they got to buff up their Roma or something like that? It looks like they're actually just going to go straight and on Stitch. They do use the Crits Creek here. They do get a pick onto the soldier. The Uber does come out. Scout gets taken down as well, so this Crits Creek has been really successful. They're getting time on the point already as well. Now, Leon does get a pick. Pengster gets a kill as well, so now it's back to evens, but the trades are going all over the place. This is up in the air, just a soldier and a medic for both sides, but it looks like Red are able to get this. There is a back cap coming in from Putin, but that is dealt with from the red team, so pretty hectic fight there, don't you reckon?
Yeah, that was pretty intense fight. Looks like could even.
But yeah, that was a pretty exciting fight there, you know. Definitely came down to the wire, and we do notice that Red do have about a 20% Uber advantage, and they should be able to make the most out of this, but there's a bit of aggression in the valley here from the soldier and scout of Blue. really trying to make that red team like fear them, but it looks like they're going to be pushing through this cafe, but their uber advantage has actually disappeared. Putin does get taken down on the flank from red, and it looks like they're backing out into the cafe here. Will they be able to get out with this uber? And they do, so they're going to have a full uber advantage. The soldier comes in, gets taken down by Eternal on the sniper class actually, so didn't see that, but this is pretty interesting game. But actually it is a Krieg and they're coming in, that's why they caught up with the advantage there. Eternal with a nice shot onto Joel there, and Putin getting a kill as well, and
Kill on the medic.
this is looking beautiful. And yeah, Putin taking down the medic, so beautiful stuff there.
So now they
And
have
the scout
skill
is on the
advantage
medic
and
here as
player
well.
advantage as well.
Core is taken down pretty low there, and he gets taken down in the end there. Eternal getting another pick onto Leon, a nice shot there on the sniper class. And this should make it possible for Blue to push. The only thing is that they do not have a medic, but they've got a huge player advantage. But, you know, actually it might be possible for Red to hold here. But it looks like we're to come into another stalemate.
Looks like they're gonna have a solid ad here, but looks like I don't know. It looks second is looking to be fourth.
Another
There's a
kill
sniper
from
player from
there.
Eternal. Wow, he's in rally.
Definitely showing its worth on the sniper class. You know, obviously always thought Maz would be doing it, but they've got a 3-player advantage. They'll be able to take second here, and they'll be getting ready to push into this last point here.
Laz is already in lobby, looking to push into last. Eternal watching from the right hand side. Sees
Just
the
trying
scout trying to come fight him. He's dead.
They're just trying to create some space for this sniper here, but it looks like they're going to be coming in dry here. They do have a heavy. Stitch taking down the soldier of Joel as well, and they're getting time on the point already, but you know, I don't think they're going to find much of this. They're waiting for the crits.
They have
it
used
does
crits,
come in,
and it's huge.
a
But they've
nice
used
pipe
it.
there from Johnny. The Uber does come out. He's just going to put stickies on the point, and hopefully his
Core
team
is
can
gonna
capitalize
die.
off
Udon
of that.
is holding behind.
This is going to be a round probably, but they might be able to, you know, it still is up in the air, but you know, the sticks of Johnny and, you know, just baiting them into the point is doing good here. Joel is creating some time for his team, and they're actually able to hold on this for a bit longer. Laz comes in, he just needs to step on the point, and he gets the round for the big monstrosity there, and they're going to take it 2-0.
So what are you going to be watching on this round?
Well, I'm going to be watching the bird's eye view here. You know, we're going to see what big bombs are going to be coming in from these teams, but you know,
I'm
Johnny
going to be watching
obviously.
Eternal, see how if he takes Bell Tower or not.
Now the demos do get about even this time, but you know, Peng's still winning that exchange so far. But you know, we do have the red soldier taking the bell tower, but trades are going in favor of the blue team so far here. Only the red medic taken down, and it looks like it's going to be a wipe.
Eternal kills Liz.
Yeah, but this is almost a wipe from the blue team onto the red team, so definitely another dominant mid. We do hear the scout on the point here, trying to get the medic of blue, but
Eternal
the scout
does go
1v1, and Leon does get a kill, but Eternal does trade him out, so it's not going to really find anything there. Maybe just buying a little bit of time for his team, but that's all he's really going to find here. Are red going to try stop this second point though? But are they still on Krieg yet?
I think so. Yeah, they're on.
They've got the Krieg.
Have
It is
used it
popped
now.
off here. Now Joel is in on the medic. Joel does get taken down. The medic of blue is really low here. He just needs one rocket to take him down there, but
And
he does get taken down by a straight pipe.
But he does get a frag before he gets taken out.
Beautiful stuff there, but this is going to favour blue for now. But the only good thing for red here is that they do keep their medic alive with a 60%. They're going to have a huge Uber advantage here, so that's the only positive thing. But the blue soldier does come in. He's trying to get rockets onto this medic, but he can't quite find anything as he gets taken down. He only got taken down to about 80 HP there in that exchange, but they're going to be straight onto building this Krieg, and they're going to be looking to try either force or take down this medic.
They do have Uber now.
So
And looks like they're holding really aggressive in lobby. Looks like they want to push out through balcony with a scout soldier and demo. They have used in looking to jump on point. Peng is actually under, really weak. Medic is on. They're going back again. They have Medic's capping. No help from this team. Oh, gets a frag. Nice frag.
Finally, this is positive to see.
Down.
It's definitely positive to see them finally
They're
push out of their
recovering.
last and get like a really successful push there. But the
But
only
now
thing is,
Blue has crits.
anyway, so we do see the Kritzkrieg. They've finally got it here. It's going to be interesting to see how they use the bomb does come in onto the medic of blue, of the red team, excuse me. But nothing really found off that. But the crits should be coming in soon, hopefully. But you know, so far it's turning into a bit of a stalemate, which is surprising me. Surely they know they have ad, but the Kritzkrieg does get forced off here. I'm not sure how that happened, but they're only able to find the pick onto the soldier. But nothing else coming out here. Core actually getting taken pretty low here. Laz does take down Huff, so they're at least finding some kills here, but not from the Kritzkrieg really, which is surprising. But now Red are actually starting to get into an advantage here, as they've got almost full Uber advantage player ad as well, so they should be able to retake this second point and push into mid.
Again, a second is on order with Uber on Chicken's side. I think they should just be pushing through choke and leaving a scout to cap. Oh, it's already capped, my bad. So they're going to push through Cafe by the looks of it. And everyone needs their huge damage, but Chicken is down 2 players already. However, mid is theirs. Spam is coming from choke.
So they took it for free there, which is definitely good, but we'll get ready for Red to push in. But Blue are actually getting aggressive onto this medic, trying to get the force off here. Putin getting taken down there, but the Uber is popped off there, and they're able to find the soldiers of Blue so far, but will they be able to find anything else? As Johnny is still trying to play a bit aggressive here, you know. I feel like they're really confident, but now they're 3 players down, surely they have to back out here. And they're slowly backing out. But will they use this Kritzkrieg as soon as they get it? That's what's going to be interesting to see.
This could be actually Chicken's round, who knows? It's actually looking quite confident. If Chicken actually plays this Kritzkrieg in an effective way, I hear a heavy. They do have a heavy and a pyro holding last. Joel
Bomb
is
comes in, it's taken down. Beautiful stuff there from Putin, and you know, Johnny getting some resup, and let's see if they try to use this Kritzkrieg aggressively, you know. Terminal is coming, they're coming up through lower lobby. They're actually going to go under the point and try to get behind them here, but feel like that's been caught out, but maybe not. Yeah, the demo knows they're there, but Eternal's coming in, and they've used the Kritzkrieg here, and a few rockets come out. Surely they get the force at least, and surprised that they took so long to use that advantage, and now this isn't gone in the favor of them. The 2 picks, 3 picks for Red Team, and this should be an easy round for them, but you never know. They do still have 2 players around.
He's down.
The demo off
Demo's only up.
still alive. He gets 2 kills, but he can't find anything else there. But a great attempt from Steve, but a beautiful round from the blue team. I mean, red team there. Do excuse my wrong teams there, but good start, and that's what they need to be able to get back into this game. But I'm going to be watching Putin to this middle, see what Roma stuff that he does. You know, obviously, I think he was trying to do the fast roller, but didn't do it in the end. But he goes through Cafe here. You know, does bomb straight and gets denied, but yeah, he gets taken out there from that full damage. And Maz and Stitch getting trades in the blue team's favor at least, so maybe he made a bit of a distraction. But the demo of Red is taken down low here, and it looks like they are backing out already. And you know, not as dominant there, but you know, they're still winning every single mid here, which is showing their dominance.
But again, looks like there's like a second hold, sorry, with Uber and crits.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Are they going to be able to force off this Uber before they go on, or are they going to get that miracle stick here? Let's get on Stitch Cam here. Let's see what he's going to do here. They're coming in with the Kritzkrieg. He does get a kill, but the Uber does come out. And you know, trades are going pretty even, but now they're going in favor of the red team as the demo man gets 2 kills, and you know, they've got that player advantage now, and this should be an easy push for the red team now.
Watching Joel, he is fighting a scout in Valley. He's dead now. Nice competition there. One player up, no, two players up now, including Stitch and Eternal. Mid is captured by Chicken, so should second. They should all, Big Monstrosity is retreating. With a Pudon, Eternal doing a jump at choke.
He is onto the medic, but can't quite get in there.
Medic is going back to get a
and the
health
medic
back
is taken down by Joel there. Great bomb into last there, and you know that's going to make it easy for his team to push. They might actually be able to tie this up as they're going straight in. They're not even stopping, and you know taking down the sentry gun straight away. And you know they're taking a bit of time here as Blue are able to get their players back up besides their medic. They haven't even gotten any time at the point here. This heavy is doing a lot of work and Eternal getting a kill as well. And they're going to opt to back out and
they're going to be waiting for Uber and going back in.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to wait for this Uber and they're going to go straight in. And yeah, maybe waiting for their soldier to come up as well.
This game has really taken a turn. Maz is on Sniper, looking to get that pick on Max. The Eternal and Medic, the core, are holding really close, trying to get a easy damage. Yeah, oh!
But Stitch gets the kill onto the soldier and the demo man taken down by Eternal, so this is a good last hold so far from the blue team. Now,
Uber was used, however
and now the medic is taken down as well, and they've got the player advantage, the medic advantage, and they should be able to push out onto the second point, no problems. Now, is there anyone...
Huff is going in last, but Pudon is still on heavy with a soldier.
It's already really low as well and gets taken down by Maz, and they're already getting the cap onto the second point. We do have traps put up from Pengster in the cafe area. Oh, Joel almost hitting a big rocket, but it does finish him off anyway, so that was a good pick from Joel onto the medic. And, you know, now they're going to have an Uber advantage on the red team, and definitely some good stuff there. Joel making huge plays all over the place, not necessarily just the kills, but plays, you know, delaying, just making time for his team to be able to get back up. And I feel like so far within this game, he's the defining factor, and he's the reason why his team's still in the game.
That's it. So they've understood the advantage and they're building. It looks like they're gonna build Uber and push in. Peng is spamming choke, and Joel is going to cafe. There's flank, nobody on flank from inside Valley. Demo is looking to spam through there. However, yeah, what were we saying?
Yeah, one thing to really note here that I think is pretty important is Putin is still on the heavy weapons guy. You know, obviously they've got 2 minutes 38 left on the clock. They're trying to just delay this game out so it doesn't go into overtime. But we do see the Uber come out of red team. They do take down Putin. Core getting taken down as well. Will Stitch be able to get some damage off here? Eternal getting the soldier though. But nothing else coming out here. But Red are got to be able to get this point, and you know, 2 players up from blue, and it looks like Red are going to try push straight in onto this last point. The soldier is here. You know, they're getting time on the point already, and so far it looks like it's going to be a round from the red team, and Chicken are back in this with 2 minutes to go. And you know, at this rate with how these rounds have been going, it looks like we might be going to an overtime. But now, do we have a crit screed coming out of blue? No, we don't. We've got Uber v Uber. You know, they've finally got the respect of the red team. And we've got a minute 40 on the clock here now. In this situation, do you just try to lay this, or do you just go full out?
I think you should be going full out, as it has been done by both teams. Huge bombs by both
Beautiful
soldiers.
pick so
However,
far. Yeah.
one is taken down.
This is a dominant mid-fight from the blue team so far. Huff getting a pick onto Laz, but, you know, obviously they've still got most of their players up, and, you know, you could tell as soon as Red lost those picks, they were backing straight out to try to lay this. Huff having a 1v1 with the soldier here. The soldier takes the pack, getting some help from his demo man, but the trades are going pretty even at this point. This fight is all up in the air. The pick coming out from Maz onto the medic, but Huff and Pengs are getting some picks here as well. Both medics are down, 3v3 situation, but the red team do get the trades here, and I think, you know, at this point, this is probably this map, you know, definitely going into overtime, but you never know what we can see here.
That's it, cap it. Oh.
You know, let's keep the hype here just in case, you know, this could be dead time, but this is still possible for blue team here as they get all their players back up and they're taking... Core actually getting a kill onto the soldier there. And they need to really cap this second point and start moving into this last point. But anything is possible here as we do see Blue trying to come into lobby, but Peng still with the 2 kills onto the last, and Eternal there definitely halting that push, and we do see 12 seconds here, and it should be going into a golden cap here unless we see a miracle happen here. But yeah, this is definitely dead time.
Wow, brilliant. Well played by both teams. Fantastic. It was interesting to see how the big monstrosity won most of the mids, yet it turned out to be an even match. Like, Chicken actually were able to come back.
But yeah, it was definitely an interesting game. I feel like Joel really kept them in there.
Yeah, Joel did a lot of work for them.
Alright, let's get the logs up.
Ooh.
Let's look into these and, you know, really pick out what happened here.
Is it working for you, Sassy?
Not in the STV, but I've got it up in my browser, and one thing to note here is Stitch. He is definitely the reason why the big monstrosity actually are even in this. Like, look at that, you know, I did say that, you know, maybe he might not be as big of an effect on this map, but 29 and 6 there with 419 DPM, like if you look at the kills, you know, it goes him, and then the 4 red players, and then it goes his team, so definitely some huge work coming out from Johnny.
He only had 6 deaths. That's amazing.
Definitely huge there, not even taking too much of the heal beam as well. You know, on the red team, you know, we do have Pengster following behind with 322 DPM. You know, definitely doing well for his team, but not as well as Stitch. But you can argue that, you know, over the top 3 damaging players for red, you know, it does sort of even out to why Stitch has done so much, you know.
But both are great demos still. Like, this doesn't matter. Both are really good demos.
They're both, like, compared to the rest of the server, they're not dying as much. Like, one thing to note, as you said before, Stitch only dying 6 times, which is pretty significant considering that, like, he died less than the enemy medic.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna just say right now.
On the server. Like,
but Pengster also having 11, also under Core's medic. Core had 16 deaths and Pengster had 11, so it's still pretty good stats for both demo men. No wonder.
Definitely.
Look at Huff. He's off class to sniper and heavy as well. Like, he's pretty good utility, I guess, with getting 1 kill on heavy and
maybe not as effective on the sniper, but, you know, at least he's trying to, like, really buy that time. Joe as well, you know, a bit of time on the pyro class, definitely did some work. But one thing to note here is if we go down to the medic picks, Joel getting 7 medic picks and Huffy getting 5 as well, so definitely, as I said before, Joel is a big factor. That doesn't include the forces, that doesn't include all those 1% plays that you don't see in the logs. But definitely amazing work on the roamer there.
Yeah. Great work.
I feel like one thing with this game, like what I'm seeing is Blue's demo is being more like not saying that Peng's doing bad, he's doing the best in this team. But Blue soldiers aren't doing as well. I feel like, you know, maybe they need to step up a bit. Like, you know, they're still doing fine. There's nothing bad with what they're doing, but, you know, I feel like they're really opening up that space for Johnny to be able to do all the work that he is doing. And then I feel like, you know, maybe the soldiers of red, you know, they're doing more statistically, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with you. But let's just have a look at both the medic stats here. We have Core doing 880 healings per minute, whereas Max was doing 963 and having an overall Ubers. So he was only playing with his Medigun today with 15 Ubers, and Core was alternating between his Kritzkrieg and Medigun with 8 and 4. However, he did drop once. Yeah, that's interesting. He did drop, but it's fine, as
Joel got the drop on him. I believe it was in
Yeah.
upper lobby on. No, about to push into last. It was a pretty. It was like an air shot, wall shot. Still, it was a pretty nice play.
It was pretty insane play. It was a great play. However, there was one time where Chicken did actually lose that Uber advantage back on the second or third round. I remember.
Yeah, like, you know, kills, you know, percentage wise between the demos, you know, they're completely obviously, you know, max. I'm breaking up.
Looks like the golden cap is gonna be played now. Let's see
Ooh.
what happens at mid.
Alright, let's get to this one. So I'm gonna be watching this from above, and let's see
So
which
am I.
demo does get here first.
I was looking at
It
both of
looks
them get
like
at the
it's
same time.
you know, pretty even. Red
Yeah.
getting there a bit faster though. Johnny straight, like so aggressive, straight across the point. Putin getting the kill onto the demo man, and this should mean that Red should start to back out here unless they can find something. Putin does die, but you know that demo pick really allowing Johnny to move forward with his team, and definitely a pretty easy mid win there. I don't want to say easy, but they're more cautious here, you know. They don't want to get rolled straight to the last here. But, you know, we've got, you know, even Ubers here. Nothing too crazy happening, but this is probably going to turn into a bit of a stalemate.
Oh,
Now
both medics have Uber.
Yeah, both medics have Ubers already here. Now, it looks like Blue, you know, their flank is pretty aggressive in Valley here, but they're not really able to find anything. But it looks like Blue, I feel like Johnny really wants to go to that cafe. You know, he likes pushing through there. But obviously,
Eternal is in cafe as well.
Yeah. One thing to
Also,
note, Johnny, he is doing this all without a microphone.
oh wow.
Yeah, if anyone's played with Johnny here, he does not talk.
Telepathic communication.
Yes,
That's the
next
next
level
level.
comms there. Now we do have taunts coming out of the demos, you know. Both knowing it's a stalemate, but you know, let's see if any of them have some special taunts up their sleeve. You know,
Tank is also taunting.
dude, this
Putin just comes in for a bomb, and
now half
Red's Uber is popped.
Putin did bomb in there. That he got the force onto the red medic, and they're going in now. Obviously, Blue, they're gonna have a huge advantage here, as Eternal does get 2 kills onto both the soldiers, and this should be an easy second point. The demo trying to lock them off of the stickies there. Can't quite get there in time. The demo should be going down here from Red. He is in under, having a 1v1 with this soldier. Eternal actually losing, bringing out the Minecraft stick, but he couldn't quite get it. But, you know, Blue are already taking this lobby position, and
Tank survives.
yeah, the only thing here is that Red do have an Uber advantage, but they're getting aggressive into this lobby. But you know, basing on this golden cap round and how they've been so passive, I feel like, you know, they're really going to be waiting on a mistake from the blue team.
Keep in mind, Joel has gone to Sniper, and he has actually checked for off classes. He's actually been doing that for the past couple of rounds. I think they know that they have a sniper now because Joel has off class to spy and checked their off
Now
classes.
Half gets the kill onto Laz. Now it's going to be interesting. Oh, a pause. Now one thing to say, Laz, I don't know if he did he sack in, because I've already got a turner on sniper, so I'm assuming it wasn't a sack. I assume he just, you know, was out of position or something like that.
Maybe could have been a mistake.
But
We
yeah,
have to
like,
see what happens when he comes back up.
but yeah, definitely. You can tell that Red, you know, they're being really cautious here. You know, obviously it's golden cap. You know, if I was in the team, I'd do the same thing. You know, they lost their demo, they back straight out. Will that overcautiousness bite them later? You know.
We don't know, but still, they don't have any off classes. Like Chicken does not have any off classes. Just keep in mind of that. Like there's 2 scouts, so who knows? What's
I
the
feel like
idea?
they're playing cookie cutter. You know, they're waiting for a mistake from Blue, but I feel like at this point, you know, when they won the rounds, they were the ones taking the initiative. They were actually taking the fights. I feel like at the start, that's why Blue were able to get those 2 rounds pretty easily, is because Red were, I don't want to say passive, but they were they weren't really going for any plays necessarily. And as soon as Joel started really, you know, going in for those more aggressive bombs, maybe like, you know, creating those advantages, taking those risks, you know, that's when Red started actually coming out of their shell and started taking over the game. But, you know, obviously Golden Cap, so you don't necessarily want to be taking those risks, but, you know, it's one thing, you know, why would you want to lose, like in that situation, you know, you wanna lose trying to win rather than lose trying to delay the loss. Not
That's
necessarily
true. Go out with a bang, as what they say.
yeah, exactly. Like you wanna, yeah, exactly. Like you're not gonna win games of TF2 without taking that initiative.
Look, it looks like we don't know what the hold up is, do we? It's just no player has disconnected.
But yeah, you know, while we
Or
wait,
does have an unusual high ping. Yeah.
but
Yeah,
while
what
we
were you
wait,
saying?
let's get some hype in the chat for the rest of this game. You know, it's been a close one. You know, definitely seen some huge plays out of both of these teams, and you know they've surprised me. It's been a closer matchup than I thought, and I really hopefully we get to see a bit more of this. But you know, last push potentially coming in soon, so
That's
you know,
true, and I guess tension is increasing in Chicken's Discord because I just got a message from Delphinoid saying he was told to shut up and he actually got kicked from the voice channel. So
Ooh.
who knows what's happening?
You know, that's one thing. You know, we don't have the brothers in there. You know,
I used to play with the brothers back in Alcoholics.
Yeah,
The
I
best
remember.
combo.
I remember playing against the brothers. It was me and my brother versus the other brothers. And back in those days, me and my brother had the advantage.
Do you think that
Like-
advantage is still there today?
Ooh, I mean, he hasn't played TF2 in a while, but you know, back in the day, we literally played right next to each other. So, you know, I was playing Pocket, he was playing Demo Man, so we were able to communicate in real life. So then we wouldn't clutter the comms, and it was beautiful. We coordinated so well. We actually got a game casted back in the day, semi-finals, and you know we got a few nice coordinated spam drops, which was pretty cool. But definitely, if we got back into TF2, there still would be that chemistry there, and I feel like, you know, it's something that it's a shame that, like, you know, it hasn't happened in a bit. Maybe next season I'll get him back in.
It's always good to have new players. Talking about new players, there's actually a lot of inflow of new teams in Open. Have you seen that?
Yeah, definitely, and it's not just new players, but it's also old players coming back,
That's true.
which I think is the most important thing, because if we can get all the old players coming back, you know, imagine how good that would be. You know, obviously new players, it's a bit hard. You know, there's a high learning curve, but we just
It
gotta
doesn't
keep.
matter. There's a lot of pug
Yeah.
discords out there.
We just gotta embrace those people, you know, really get that passion for TF2, because I feel like, you know, when you're a new player and you've got that passion and motivation, it doesn't matter whether you're losing 5-0, because you want to get better. You know that the more you play, that you will get better. And it's always good to see new talent coming through, and I think it's also good to see you know, looking at the Premier Division, the IM Division, seeing people that, you know, I used to play with, and, you know, them, you know, climbing up the ranks, it's always good to see.
Any tips you want to give to those new players who may be watching?
Well, definitely, one thing is, don't, like, obviously, you know, you can ask people for advice on how to specifically get better at the game, but there's no magic recipe. The only thing that really matters the most is time. Like, no matter what you do, like, if you do it for a long time, you're gonna be good at it. So just stick at it. Like, look, if you're playing MGE and you're getting completely destroyed by someone, like, you know, type status into console, get their Steam profile, look at how many hours they have. You know, obviously hours isn't the only thing to judge people by, but most newer players, you know, I assume you have less hours. But one reason they got to where they are is they just practice and practice.
Brilliant advice. Couldn't have said it better my way. However, another thing is, always keep it like I would say, because unfortunately there's some toxicity. Just ignore it. Yeah, just if you like the game, you keep playing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and it's
Because
easy. Yeah, it's definitely like I definitely agree with that as well. But it's easy to get toxic yourself. So that's one thing, and that's one tip definitely from me, is that if you're a toxic person, you know, to try stop that toxicity, you know, try stop it yourself. You know, if you need to, if you're gonna yell, you know, go ahead. But you know, I'm sure everyone has pushed it to it. You know. Alright, so Huffy has disconnected. I'm not exactly sure what it's from, but that's the update that we've got so far.
right. So hopefully he comes back. I don't know. How long have we been paused for? Like, don't they get a 15-minute cooldown?
Well, they've got 15 minutes of pauses altogether. So yeah, I don't know how long it's been yet. But yeah, so how's you know, I asked how your day was before, but how like did you do anything
It's going
besides uni?
interesting by every minute I'm casting this. Oh, it's online. We're back online. Let's keep on going.
Anyway, we're back into this game here, and the Ubers are frozen, so I'm gonna reload my HUD.
Yeah.
Just give me from there. Anyway, so we do see the Uber charge come out of the blue team here. Maz does take down my HUD is so broken. Right?
Same. Like everyone's like not. Yeah. The medic is not
Anyway.
moving his legs.
So far, it looks like Red are going to be able to push out of this based on the positioning of these teams, but actually Stitch does get a few picks, it gets a pick back, so it looks like, you know, it's just going to be an Uber v Uber on last again. Let me just rejoin the STV.
I'm gonna Okay, you rejoin first and I'll rejoin after. Oh.
We're back in this, so it's about a 20% Uber advantage for the blue team at the moment here. And, you know, even players now as they both spawn up, but slowly getting this to about 25% actually, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. No, it's just fluctuating. They do stop healing for a bit, so Red do start bringing it back, but I don't think they're going to really know that, and Stitch does get a kill onto Huffy, so that is a good start for them.
And he has disconnected again.
This is when he would have disconnected because the STV is delayed. But the blue team do use that Uber into last here, and Huff is back in the server as well. Stitch getting a kill onto Peng, so Joel's trading it back. Huff getting another kill as well. And you know, this looks like it should be a hold for the red team, and a bomb does come in from the blue soldier and can't find anything there. And, you know, definitely a good hold there from the red team, and it's going to be interesting to see if they push out of this last point, and it looks like they do. They're checking for those stickies, but they haven't cleared them, leaving their medic behind, but they're aggressive onto the point. The soldier is on the medic, and he does get taken down by Maz in the end. Like, did he? Oh, my HUD's so broken, I've got no idea. He actually lived, my mistake there. Gets taken down very low, but blue do push back in here, and they've got a player advantage here as well, Uber advantage, and they should be getting ready to push into this last.
You can reconnect if you want. That's what fixed my HUD.
Yeah, I reconnected. I just read it wrong.
Oh, fair enough. It's gonna be even players, even Ubers, or are they gonna make use of this 20% ad? Probably not. Eternal might off class? No, he hasn't.
But you got to remember here, you know, it's a high pressure situation. You know, any mistake will really cost any team here, so they're trying to be as cautious as possible and be really thorough with their decisions here. So
Eternal has gone pyro, by the way, so he has off-classed. Is this going to be a Highlander match?
I've got no idea. I feel like maybe they're trying to, like, you know, get ready to deny the super. I feel like that aggression and that confidence from Blue has sort of disappeared in a way. But they do bring in the Uber now, and both Ubers are popped off. You know, Red are going to have a longer Uber. Leon taking down the Scout pretty low. Hooten getting a kill, Eternal getting a kill. The trades are going in favor of the blue team here. They're getting that time on the point, and they have wiped and they have won the match. Getting that win in the golden cap here, taking it 3-2 on Sunshine, and taking both maps in the series here. And definitely a nice game there, and
well played by both teams, no doubt.
definitely a good game there. You know, not what I was expecting, but
I told you it was going to be close.
definitely, but you know, in the end, got the prediction right, so that's all that matters. Maybe not the score, but anyway, so we're not. Are we doing interviews or not? So we're not doing interviews, guys, but that is the coverage from CappingTV for season 23 of the ozfortress Open Division, and you know, in the end, the big monstrosity taking the game 2-0, well, both maps. So obviously 3-0 on Product and 3-2 on Sunshine there. But thanks for joining us tonight. It's been Sassy and Rocky Road. Thanks for joining us.
Before you go, would you like to shout out anyone?
Ooh, firstly, well, I'll make this quick. I want to shout out to my dad as it is his birthday today, so very happy birthday to him. And other than that, my Twitch is it's Sassy, mate. So because it's not on there, but no one else really.
Right. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.